Om Namaschandikaye. Om Namaschandikaye. Om Namaschandikaye. Om Namaschandikaye. Om Namaschandikaye. Om Namaschandikaye. Bole Jagadambika Mata ki jai ho. Take flowers. Everybody else who want to come, stand a distance apart. You can take flowers. And all of you will come offer flowers, Archana, see the Divine Mother. Om Aim Hrim Kling Chamundaye Vicheng. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Vicheng. You can spread out. Everybody spread out. There'll be enough space here. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Vicheng. 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 Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Sarvamangalmangalye Shive Sarvat Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Asya Sri Jagadambika Mata Divye Namaha Dhyanam Samarpayami Namah. Prem se bolo Jagadambika Mata ki Jai. Om Jagadambika Prityartham Pratigrahatam. Everybody bring your flowers. Put it nicely in front of Ma Durga. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Vicheng. 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 पंडित जी थोड़ा सा चंदन कुमकुम. Om Vidyudhyam Samaprabham Mrigapatim Skhandastatham Abhishanam Kanyabhi Karavalakit Vilasat Dhasta Virasevitam Haste Chakragadhashiketa Vishikam Chapam Gunam Tarjanim Viprana शृणो देवी प्रवक्ष्यामि कुञ्जिका स्तोत्रमुत्तमम् येन मन्त्रप्रभावेन छन्दीजापा शुभो भवेत् न कवचं नार्गलास्तोत्रं कीलकं न रहस्यं न सुप्तं न्यापि ध्यानं च न न्यासो न च वर्चनं कुञ्जिकापातमा दुर्गापातफलं लवेत् अतिगुह्यतरं देवी देवानामपि दुर्लभं गोपनीयं स्वयो निरवपार्वतीं मारणं मोहनं वश्य तं मनो चातनादिकं पातमात्रेण संसिद्धयेत् कुञ्जिका स्तोत्रमुत्तमम् अकमन्त्रः ॐ ग्लौं हुं सः जपं सिद्धिं कुरुष्य मे ऐङ्कारी शिस्तरूपाये ह्रीङ्काली प्रतिपालिका ह्रीङ्कारी कामरूपिण्ये बीजरूपे नमोऽस्तु ते चामुण्डा छन्दगाती च ऐङ्कारी वरदायिनीं विच्चे च भयदा नित्यं नमस्ते मन्त्ररूपिणीं धां धीं धूं दुर्जते पत्नीं वां बिं बुं वागदेश्वरी क्रां क्रीं क्रूं कालिका देवी श्रां श्रुं मे शुभं कुरु हुं 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 भवान्येते नमो नमः ॐ कं चं तं तं पं यं शं विं दुं ऐं हिं हं शं धिजाग्रहं त्रोत्रय दीप्तं कुरु स्वाहा पां पिं पुं पार्वती पूर्णं खां किं कुं केचरी तथा सां सिं सुं सप्तशती दिव्ये मन्त्रसिद्धिं कुरुष्य मे इदं तु कुञ्जिकास्तोत्रं मन्त्रजागाति हेतवे अभक्तैनैव दातव्यं गोपितं रक्ष पार्वतीं यस्तु कुञ्जिकया देवी हीनां सप्तशती पतेत् न तस्यै जायते सिद्धे रण्ये रोधनं तथा इति श्री रुद्रयामले गौरीतन्त्रे शिवपार्वती संवादे कुञ्जिकास्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्। ॐ सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पारण पाया हो मैया तेरा पारण पाया। सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पारण पाया हो मैया तेरा पारण पाया हो मैया तेरा पारण पाया हो मैया तेरा पारण पाया। Flowers. Om Pratna. Today we give thanks and pray. Divine Mother's blessings. Ya Shri Swayam Sukritinam Bhavaneshwalakshmim Papatmanam Krutadhayam Hridayeshwa Buddhim Shraddha Satam Kulajana Prabhavasya Lajjam Tang Twang Natasma Paripalaya Devi Vishwam Apatsumagna Smaranam Twadiyam Karomi Durge Karunanaveshe Naitatya Tattva Mama Bhavayetha Shuddha Trishatham Jananim Smarantim Kalabhrabhram Katakshai Radikulabhayadam Maulibadhendhurekham Shamkham Chakram Kripanam Trishikam Apikare Rudvahantim Trinetram Sinhaskandha Dhirudham Tribhuvanam Tejasa Purayantim Dhyaya Durgam Jayakhyam Tridasa Parivritam Sevritam Siddhikame Om Dum Durgaye Namaha जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। जय त्वं देवी चामुंडे जय भूतारति हारिणी जय सर्वगते देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनां परमेश्वरी यत्पूजितां मया देवी परिपूर्णां तदस्तु मे। जयकारा शेरावाली बोल साचे दरबार की जय। है माई मेरी जगमग जोता वाली माता तेरी सदा ही जय। बोल साचे दरबार की अष्टादश भुज रूप दुर्गा माता की जय। भवानी माता की जय। Acha, everybody who brought prasad and so now you can come, or if you just want to come stand up in front of her and admire her beauty, please do so. Shri Jagadambikaye Namah. You guys can sing bhajans now. Ayushman, Ayushman. Jai Ho.
जय जय लक्ष्मी माता हे माता हे माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता हे माता हे माता। तू सुन ले तू सुन ले तू सुन ले मेरी पुकार।
blessing? Oh, Seema. This is going to be Seema's fourth song for the year. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Shri Gurudevebhyo Namah Matripitri Devebhyo Namah. विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगदिताय नागाननाय श्रुतियज्ञविभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हरि 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। हर हर महादेव शिव शंभो हर हर महादेव शिव शंभो हर हर महादेव शिव शंभो हर हर महादेव शिव ओ हर हर महादेव शिव शंभो हर हर महादेव शिव शंभो हर हर महादेव शिव शंभो हर हर महादेव शिव शंभो। ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। भवानी शंकरो वंदे श्रद्धा विश्वास्य रूपिणीं यभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धा स्वान्तास्तमीश्वरं। बोले भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। अतुलित बलधामं हेमशैलावदेहं दनुजवन कृशानुं ज्ञानिनां मृगगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। हनुमान स्वामी की जय। We'll start this evening with a chanting to Mahadevi, Tantroktam Devi Suktam, and Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. All of you know this chanting. And what you're going to do is say Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. We are bowing to the Divine Mother. Namaste is the official, I wouldn't say is, you got to be careful with the word official, but it's a very universal form of greeting. Namaste. And we are saying Namaste, Namastasye, Namastasye, Namastasye. So it's an extension of Namaste. What does Namaste mean? When we were growing up as Hindus, at least in the village where I was raised, we, at that point in time, we only say Ram Ram and Sita Ram. We did not know anything else. I don't know where you grew up, or everybody watching and thing, but I'm from Borby, so all we say is Ram Ram, Sita Ram. We did not know Jai Shri Krishna, Radhe Radhe. We did not know Bambole. We did not know all those things. We know them in prayers, but we never greeted. You meet someone, Sitaram or Ram Ram, depending on, family thing and so on. At that time, when you say Namaste in the village, only the Arya Samaj folks used to say Namaste. I don't know if you all remember that. When they meet you, they say Namaste. So I did not know all the meanings of those things. You're a little boy, you follow the rules. But when you're really exposed to the thing, Namaste is, I would say, a universal greeting. It is recognized now by other religions. Namaste is not for Arya Samaj, it's not for Shivji Bhakta, Krishna Bhakta, Ram Bhakta, Hanumanji Bhaktas. It's for everybody. Namaste is a Ved word. It means Nama Astute. I bow to the divinity inside of you. That's very important. I bow to the divinity within you. I do not bow to the physical self. I do not bow to your clothing. I bow to the divinity inside of you, within you. Now, in order to bow to the divinity within somebody, you literally bow to them because you see the divinity through their actions and everything. But that is what Namaste is. Very, very deep, very meaningful, right? And it must be done nicely, Namaste. Or wherever you greet Sita Ram Rama, must be done nicely. In the Vedas, Namaste is used in our Vedic prayers. When we chant the Maharudram, Harihi Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya, Namaste Rudramanyava Utota Ishave Namaha, Namaste Astu Dhanmane Bahubhyamudate Namaha. We bow to Bhagwan Rudra, Namaste. Rudra, we bow to Shivji, we tell him Namaste. Namaste Rudra Manyava Utota Ishave Namaha. So Rudra who resides in the mind. Namaste Astu Dhanmane Bahubhyamudate Namaha. We bow to that Rudra with many hands and many feet and all that. Right? So Namaste is a very powerful word. And in this Tantrokta Stotam that we'll be chanting, we're going to say it a lot. Namo Dibhye Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Bhakti Rupena Sansita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. I prostrate to you, Prabhu, the Divine Mother, and I bow to the divinity, the greatness within you. It's a beautiful Friday evening, nice and cold here in Brampton, nice and cozy, and of course all of you watching from your respective places. Bhagwan's blessings to all of you. Pandit Suraj couldn't make it this evening, so he called, and I'm just filling in for him. I am sure I cannot do nice things that he does on Fridays, but at least we're here to sing and chant and pray. Today is Priya's birthday. Priya is here, but she is volunteering as well. But it's her birthday, so we pray and ask Bhagwan Jagadambika Mata's blessings to her. Their family, including Priya, is a very selfless servant of our Dharma. And we ask and pray that Bhagavati Mata's blessings be with her all the time. Let us sing together. And wherever you're sitting, whether it's at home or wherever it is, just, bow in your mind to the Divine Mother. When we bow, remember, in the Rudram, it says, let us bow to every form of living things that is here. Let's bow to every form of life on this earth. Bow to the trees. Namo Hiranyavahave. Senanje Pachaye Namo Namo. Vrikshebhyo Harikeshebhyo. We bow to the creation, the trees, because we don't know when we will need the leaves in order to make medicine for us. We don't know when we will need the earth to sit on. We do not know when we will need the worms to till the soil. So we bow to all forms of life, and we become one with creation when we do that. Let's sing this beautiful sloka. Everybody can join. Om Namo Divye Mahadivye Shivaye Satatam Namaha नमः प्रकृत्य भद्राये नियतां प्रणतास्मतां रौद्राये नमो नित्याये गौर्ये धात्रे नमो नमः ज्योत्स्नाये चिन्दूरूपिण्ये सुखाये सततं नमः कल्याण्ये प्रणतां वृद्धे सिद्धे कुर्मो नमो नमः नैऋत्ये भूभृतां लक्ष्मी शर्वाण्ये ते नमो नमः दुर्गाये दुर्गापाराये साराये सर्वकारिण्ये ख्यातै तथैव कृष्णाय धूम्राये सततं नमः अतिसौम्यातिरौद्राये नतास्तस्यै नमो नमः नमो जगत्प्रतिष्ठायै दिव्ये कृत्ये नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति सद्भिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु चेतनेत्या विधीयते नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु निद्रारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु क्षुद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु छायारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु कृष्णरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु क्षान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु जातिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लज्जारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु कान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु वृत्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु स्मृतिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु तुष्टिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु भ्रान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
ओ इन्द्रियाणामधिष्ठात्री भूतानां चाखिलेषु यः भूतेषु सततं तस्यै व्याप्ति दिव्ये नमो नमः चितिरूपेण या कृत्स्नम् एतद् व्याप्ता स्थिता जगत् नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय. So many forms the Divine Mother takes. Remember, the first mother on this earth, her name was Shatrupa. This is Hindu tradition. Her name was Shatrupa. And the first man on this earth, his name was Manu. So I was tricking the children. I always like to do that. So I was having classes one day. I said the first man on this earth, the first man on this earth is called Manu. And they all said, oh, that makes sense. The first man named Manu. So I says, who is the first woman? I said, Guruji, very simple. Womanu. I remember that so clear one day. They were little, lots of them. The first woman on this earth, her name was Shatrupa. Manu and Shatrupa. What is the meaning of Shatrupa? Shatrupa means, Shat means 100. Roop means the forms. And a mother has 100 or hundreds of forms. Why is this so? Hundreds of forms. Because mother, she has given you birth, first of all. She becomes Jagadamba. She becomes someone who has given life to someone. Secondly, she nurtures. Then she's a doctor. She heals people. Not only her children, but other children as well. Then she is a counselor. She has to listen to their problems. Then she has to give advices. Then she becomes, in the army, she has to defend her children as well. And then she becomes a doctor. And then she becomes a provider. Women today are great providers in this world. So there are more than 100, but if you put it that way, she becomes a gardener sometimes, she becomes a cook sometimes. You know, all sorts of things mothers do. Shatrupa means 100 forms. A mother has minimum 100 forms. Because when it comes for caring for people, I'm not talking about her children, because there are many mothers in this world, we'll talk about that just now, who don't have children, but they are mothers. Remember Mother Teresa? Remember, she didn't have children, but she's the mother of the world. They do not only look out for their children, but they have that affection for all forms of creation. This is Mata, the word Mata. And that is why the mother takes the form as Matri Rupe in a Sanstita. She takes the form as a divine mother. In one of these verses, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, Trishna Rupe, Trishna. I'm sure Pandit Suraj has explained all this before, but he's not here today, so I'm doing that again. Trishna, remember the bhajan? Jo tu mitana chahe jeevan ki Trishna, Trishna with a T-R, right? Subahusham bol bande, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. The word Trishna means thirst. And the prayer is saying here, Mother, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, Ya Devi, the mother of eternity, the infinite mother, Trishna Rupena Sanstita. Manifest yourself in front of me as Trishna. Trishna Rupena Sanstita. Give me your form as Trishna. Why do we want the mother to manifest herself in the form of thirst? In order to quench our thirst. Because all of us, we are thirsty for something in life. We are thirsty for something in life. If that thirst is a good one, then the mother will be there to hold your hand and to allow you to quench that thirst. The thirst to see her, the thirst to praise her, the thirst to do good, the thirst to elevate people, the thirst to pass good messages around, the thirst to help, the thirst to build our community, the thirst to take care of people. This is a thirst. You know, different people are thirsty for different things, right? The mother will help you in those type of thirst. Then there's other thirst. There's a thirst for power, thirst for things, you know. So that is why we have material accumulation and spiritual ones as well. She's there to give you, if you're thirsty for the right things, then she's going to help you with that in the form of Trishna Rupe. We'll have a bhajan now by either Bhumika or Vrinda. And when we come back, we'll talk about Mata, that word Mata, because we are glorifying the mother. We'll talk about the meaning of that word, and in our scriptures, how it was used in a very simple way to get the attention of someone who was not a mother. She never gave birth to a child, but she is called mother. So it seems like Bhumika is going to sing.
Pag pag do kar thau chalna pavu kaise ya mein ghar tere shakti de ma shakti de ma shakti de ma Pag pag do kar thau chalna
Bole Jagadambika Mata Ki Jai. Like to do a little episode of the Ramayana, a couple of chopais, and tell you about Bhagwan Ram's experience with his mother, and then we'll talk about the other incident I told you about. Bhagwan Ram was given the most unpleasant news. Our scriptures have told us that there is news. There is no good news and there's bad news. There's news. And how prepared we are to deal with it makes it good and makes it bad. It's like a rainy day, lots of rain outside, and let's say you're going somewhere, or you're going to work. Work is open, everything is nice and dandy. So you're going to work, and you're standing inside, and you're looking at the weather. You talk to your friends, it's a bad day. I don't know how I can get out of this. It's raining. And the other person is outside with a big, nice umbrella, enjoying everything, not getting wet. And it's a happy day for them. Maybe they like rain, but the most importantly, they're prepared for it. They're prepared for it. A good day, a bad day, good news or bad news, is how we make it, how we filter it, how prepared we are for it will make it good and bad. Ram Bhagwan was given the news that he's got to go to Banbas, exile. And he was not given the news by Kaushalya Devi, he was given the news by Kekeyi, what we call today our stepmother. So one would imagine that when he gets such a news, he would react and says, you know, why? I'm the big son, and why am I being treated like this and all that? But remember this word, Mata. Mata, he's talking to his mother here, Kekeyi. When we use this word Mata, you know, we are using a name that we call God, the divine, Mata. That is a word that when it is used, it really dives deep into the emotions and to the affection of a woman, right? Just like you call, you know, we have to do this a little bit more often. In the world, we call somebody our sister, depending on their age. We call them beti or daughter, or we call them mother, right? We call them mata. When we use that word mata, you know, when Hanumanji was going to Lanka, what happened? When Sursa Devi opened her jaws. When Sursa Devi opened her jaws, Hanumanji, in order to get the best side of her, called her mother Sursa, Mata. But she was a snake. That was her job, to be a snake. She opened her jaws big. Jaan de o Mata. Take my life, O mother, if you have no other, you know, alternative. Thinking that, you know, he would appeal to the emotions of her. Well, in the Ramayana as well, Kekeyi gives that message to Ram. Ram, go to exile. How would he respond? He treats his mother with utmost respect, because that mother is a manifestation, is a form of the divine. Your mother is a form of the divine. No matter how old school you think she is, or no matter how strict you think your mother is and may not give in to your ways of life, your mother has given you birth. Your mother has raised you. This word Mata, Jagadambika. Ramji Bhagwan, one chopai. Suno janani soi sut bar bhagi jo pitu matu vachan anuragi. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh suno janani soi sut par bhagi jo pitu matu vachan anuragi. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Tanay matu pitu dosh nihara. Tanay matu pitu dosh nihara. Durla दुर्लभ जननी सकल संसारा राम सिया राम जय जय राम बोलो राम सिया राम
जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम
जय जय राम
सुनो जननी सोई सुत बर भागी जो पितु मातु वचन अनुरागी. Hear what Ram Bhagwan calls his mother? Suno janani. He said, listen, O Janani. Janani is what we say. Jag Janani Jai Jai. Ho Ma Jag Janani Jai Jai. Bhayaharini Bhavatarani Bhavabhamini Jai Jai. She is Janani. Jagadambika, she is Janani. Ram Bhagwan looks at Kekeyi mother. And he did not call her Ma, he did not call her a woman or queen or nothing. Suno Janani, Soi Sut Barbhagi. Listen, O Janani, O goddess. Listen, goddess, he says. Soi Sut Barbhagi. The Lord got news that he's going to the forest. He says, listen, O Janani, O goddess, that child is blessed. Barbhagi. That child is blessed. That child is blessed with fortune. That child is given an opportunity that no one else has ever been given. What kind of opportunity? Jo pitu matu vachan anuragi. Who can obey the commands of their parents? These are very strong words in today's life that we're living. Obey and command seems like a different time, right? It seems like a master and a servant. Well, who are we but servants to our parents? We are servants to our parents. No matter how you put it, we are servants to our parents. We are indebted to them. The word putra is a male word. Putra means son and putri means daughter. Putra means one who can take their parent out of darkness, out of that lower level of life and elevate them. For a boy and a girl, same thing. Putra. Not put them in darkness, not put them in sorrows. Putra is somebody who can remove their parents from any form of pains. That is a definition of a child or a daughter in our ancient language. Putra. So no Janani Soi Sut Barbhagi. My mother, that child is very rare who can listen, obey the commands of their parents. Jo pitu matu vachan anuragi. The commands of their parents. That child is very rare. Mother, I am so blessed today that I am going to obey your command. This is an opportunity that will not present itself to me again. I mean, I've done little things in the home here and there, but now you are commanding me. You have never commanded me, Mother, to lift a cup. You have never commanded me to do any work in the home. This is the first time Mother Kekeyi is commanding Ram. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to show respect to his mother. He says, Ma, tanaya matu putitoshanahara, durlabha janani sakala sansara. If you saw this whole world, you will find, Ramji is saying this, not me, you will find very few. Durlabh means very difficult. You will find very few children who will obey the commands of their parents. Why did Ram go to the exile? Because this was a blessing for him. The first time Mother Kekeyi is asking him for something, is commanding for something, he will never say no. He will never ever say no. We are faced with that every time in our life. Somebody is asking you to do something. Sometimes it's the first time they ask you to do it and you're in a situation. What are you going to do, right? You do your best. You do your best to do your best. That's all we can do. Well, he says, I'm going to do my best. He accepts the kingdom of the forest, and he left the kingdom of Ayodhya. Mata is a very powerful word, my friends. Let's go to one of my favorite chapters of the Ramayana, Sundarkand, the little book that we brought, which is in the gift store right now and available for purchase. I'm going to read you a couple of verses. Ramji Bhagwan is in India. Hanumanji now meets Mata Sita in Sri Lanka. They're going to speak for the first time. Hanumanji is going to speak to Mother Sita for the first time. He never met her before. Mother Sita does not have a child. No child or children were born. Lava Kush were born at that time. She's a married woman, but no children. Hanumanji meets her. Hanumanji approaches her. What does Hanumanji says in Sundarkand, which we have for you? Ramadut me matu Janaki. First time he meets Mata Sita. Ramadut, he didn't say I'm the mighty Hanuman. He says, Ramadut, I'm the messenger of Ram. O Mother Janaki. O Mother Sita. When he says Mother Janaki, Mata Sita, imagine so much of pain she was in, so much of trouble she was in. But when she heard this word mother that came out of Hanumanji's mouth, oh, that really elevated her. Ramadut me matu Janaki. O Mother Janaki, O Mother Janaki, I am the messenger of Ram. That is first thing he said. What did he say after that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an assignment when you get the book. I will ask you how many times did Hanumanji call Sita Devi Mata. You're going to have to figure it out. He speaks again to Mata Sita. Kaha kapi hriday dheer dharu Mata sumiro Ram sevak sukh data. In another word, he said Hanumanji, Hanumanji ने कहा कि हे माता हृदय में धैर्य धारण करो और सेवक को सुख देने वाले श्री राम जी की स्मरण करो. When you see your mother in distress, what do you do? Right? What do we do today when we see our mother in distress? We're talking about the greatest mother here. She's never in distress, by the way. But what do you do when you see your mother in distress? You do not run away and think that she has to deal with that by her own. Because this is not the first time she's in distress. She has been in distress a lot of times. Even while she was carrying you, probably she was in distress. But she never left you alone. What do? You go and you help to see if you can raise the spirits of your mother. What does he say? Hey Mata, hriday mein dharan karo aur sevako ko, compose yourself, Mata. Stop crying. And very politely, Hanumanji spoke to her. Politely, stop crying. Ram Bhagwan, the delight of his servants, he's going to come and he will get you. He will take you. Mata Sita is probably wondering, Hanumanji, why can't you take me? Why is Ram going to come and take me? You're here already. You don't need a visa. You don't need an airplane. You don't need clearance. You don't need anything. You can take me. But that was not his instructions. Another incident. Abahi matu me jau lavai prabhu ayasu nahi ram duhai. Hey mother, I would have taken you to him this very moment, but he did not order me to. He did not order me. Hanumanji works with instructions. You tell him, go and see if Sita is there. That's what he does. He's not going to do anything else. Perhaps we should learn from that as well. Abahi matu, hey ma, I cannot take you though. A next incident. Sunu mata sakha mrig nahi bal buddhi visal. When Mata Sita was praising him, that how everything happened, he's so great, and so on, Hanumanji bowed his head to his mother. Sita, Sunu mata sakha mrig nahi bal buddhi visal. Prabhu pratap te garudahi khai param lagu vyal. Hey Mata, suno. बानरों में बल बुद्धि बहुत नहीं होती, परंतु प्रभु के प्रताप से बहुते छोटा सर्प भी गरुड़ को खा सकता है, अत्यंत निर्बल भी महान. Listen, mother, monkeys possess no strength. Monkeys possess no strength or intelligence, but through the Lord's might, the tiniest snake can swallow the mighty Garud, the great vulture, the king of birds, only by the Lord's grace. By the Lord's grace, the weakest can become strong. By the Lord's grace, the impossible become possible. By the Lord's grace, a small piece of cotton, Hanumanji says, can dry up the entire ocean. These are some of the passages in Sundarkand where Hanumanji says, Mother. Sunahu matu mohi atasiya bhuka. And as he's going to leave Sita now, Sita ma, Hanumanji bows and says, Mata, sunahu matu mohi atisaya bhuka. Mother, I am very hungry. Sita ma says, well, I can't cook for you here, Hanumanji. I have no kitchen here or anything, but I promise you. It's a promise he made. I promise you that when I am out of this prison, I will cook for you to feed your stomach so much so that you cannot eat anymore. That's a challenge. You can ever cook to feed Hanumanji's stomach? Never. Hanumanji says, Mata, this is in Lanka. So no, who Mata, listen, my mother. The minute you tell your mother to go cook food, or you don't have to even tell mother. The minute you say, Ma, you're walking, they look at your face alone and know you're hungry. They know how much roti they have to cook, rice they got to cook. They know what they have to cook for you. You just say Mata or Ma and everything comes. Sunahu Mata mohi atasiya bhuka. Ma Sita says, oh Hanumanji, this is the first time a mother cannot provide food for a child. First time a mother cannot provide food for a child. Where am I going to cook? But I promise you, my son, that when this is all over, I'm going to cook for you. You remember when Ramayan's finished, what happened? Ramayan's finished, they're back at Ayodhya. Mother Sita is the queen, Ram king. Hanumanji goes now, one day, this place is in Ayodhya, it's called Sita Rasoi. If you go there, they have a place where Mata Sita cooked for Hanumanji. One day Hanumanji came, Sita says, I remember Hanumanji, you told me that Bhuka, you were hungry, but I never provided meal for you. Today I'm going to cook for you. Sita ma take all the cooks out of the kitchen. She tucked in her sari, and she cooked. Hanumanji, food is ready. Hanumanji came in very happy. Bhojan tayar hai. Hanumanji started to eat. And you know, when he starts to eat, Mother Sita has to continue to cook. And so he's eating and eating and eating. Ma Sita is cooking and cooking and cooking. And so he's eating. Ma Sita's cooking. Eating, cooking. What happened now? All the food done. Food finished. Ma Sita, when Hanumanji was eating his last set of food now, Ma Sita went to her, Ramji Bhagwan, Prabhu, you are the master of Hanumanji Maharaj. I have never seen this happen. In her own kitchen where she cooked for Hanuman, she does not cook for Ram Bhagwan, but she cooked for Sita, for her son, Hanumanji. His mother's affection, Mata. And so what happened? Ram Bhagwan, your das, your servant here, Hanumanji, is eating. I don't have anything else to feed him. What should I do? Ramji Bhagwan says, well, there's only one thing that will satisfy his hunger, and that is a name. You have to say a name, and you have to give him the right thing to eat. No matter how much roti we cook for Hanumanji, right? He's going to eat all out. So Bhagwan Ram says, take one leaf of tulsi and put it in the food. And when you give him the food, say, Jai Shri Ram. Sita Ma says, you could have told me since the first plate I give to him. Why are you telling me when the kitchen is empty? Hey, what kind of story is this? Anyway, Mother Sita got a last set of grains and thing, put a nice meal together, put tulsi, and gave it to Hanuman and said, Hanumanji, Jai Shri Ram. So Hanumanji take the food. And when he heard Jai Shri Ram, like you smell the food and now your appetite gone. You're full, you can't eat anymore. Hanumanji says, Mata, abhi to bhuk nahi hai, I'm not even filled anymore. But Ma Sita said, you didn't even eat the food. Hanumanji Maharaj is very pleased. Itni prasann hai, jab Bhagwan Ram ke naam bolo. When he becomes pleased is when Ramji's name is sung. And when Ma Sita heard his secret and realized his love for Ramji Bhagwan, she felt so blessed to have cooked for her son, A queen cooks for a monkey. Do you hear that? You have monkeys today entertaining queens and people, but a queen cooked for a monkey. You never heard that before, but a mother here feeds her son. And Mother Sita did not have any children at that point in time. Our scripture has shown us a mother does not have to bear children to be called a mother. When you have motherly affection, the Divine Mother will always create that spark in you. And so today, I want to leave with you this great name called Ma. You know, God gave us this name. God took a name. God, Bhagavati Mata, she took her name and she gave every woman that name. Please let us use that name to our mother, Ma or Mata. Please never ever call your mother old lady, as some people do. I'm going to see the old lady and the old man. I'm going to see the old lady and the old man. The old man, old lady need groceries. Old man, old lady. I sometimes wonder which old man you're talking about, man. The same one who helped you walk, change your diaper. The same mother who didn't eat a meal in order to sacrifice a meal for you. Please, let us have a lot of respect for our parents and treat them like that. बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय. जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया. जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया. महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया. महिमा तुम्हारी है
निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया.
जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया.
जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया.
तेरी दया से जीते हैं मैया. तेरी भरोसे चलती है मैया. तेरी दया से जीते हैं मैया. तेरी भरोसे चलती
है मैया.
घर घर है सुख की दिवाली जगदम्बे मैया. महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया. जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया. चरणों में दुखियों के घर में सुख बैसाधे. अंधियारी घर में दिया जला दे. दुखियों के घर में
सुख बैसाधे. अंधियारे घर में दिया जला दे.
ओ सबके मिटा दे रात काली जगदम्बे मैया. महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया. जग के रखवाले करने वाले
जगदम्बे मैया.
चरणों में बैठे आस लगाए. बिनती हमारी खाली न जाए. चरणों में बैठे आस लगाए. बिनती हमारी खाली न जाए. ले लो ये आरती की थाली जगदम्बे मैया. ले लो ये आरती की थाली जगदम्बे मैया. महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया. महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली
ओ जगदम्बे मैया.
ओ जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया. जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया हो. जगदम्बे मैया. जगदम्बे मैया. बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय. We want to wish happy birthday today to Priya. Today is her actual birthday, and she sat for puja with Rishi and did puja here today. This is twice this week. Rishi is in the Monday in the evening. Keep attendance. Very good. Well, I want to ask Bhagavati Mata's blessings on Priya and her entire family. Not because that Priya is a volunteer here, but she's also a very decent, kind human being. And the kindness, when a person is kind, they extend that kindness to everyone around them. We're so happy to have her with us in our BSM family and in the community as well. Over so many years since that Melanie, in the beginning of Melanie, this family has been with the temple. They serve as volunteers. They have seen us grow. They have worked with us. Rishi has worked so hard for this temple in the building phases and still do. And Priya is a tremendous volunteer of this temple. They bring a lot of positive attitude and a lot of kindness to everyone in them. And that is all we can ask for in a human being. We can accomplish many, many things in life, but if we're not simple, positive, and can speak kindly to people, then what are we? We want to wish her a happy birthday today and ask the Divine Mother's blessings on you always, Priya, to continue to bless you with health and strength, and to your entire family as well, who is always very supportive and very nurturing to everybody. So we're going to sing a bhajan for Priya's birthday and ask the Divine Mother's blessings on her. बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय. प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी. मैया भक्तों की लगी है कतार भवानी, भक्तों की लगी है कतार भवानी. ओ ऊंचे पर्वत भवन निराला, ऊंचे पर्वत भवन निराला, माँ ऊंचे पर्वत भवन निराला, ऊंचे पर्वत भवन निराला. अजय शीश नवाए संसार भवानी, शीश नवाए संसार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी. ओ जगमग जगमग ज्योत जगे है, जगमग जगमग ज्योत जगे है. ओ जगमग जगमग ज्योत जगे है, जगमग जगमग ज्योत जगे है. तेरी चरणों में गंगा की धार भवानी, चरणों में गंगा की धार भवानी. बड़ा प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी. माँ लाल चुनरिया लाल लाल चूरा, लाल चुनरिया लाल लाल चूरा, माँ लाल चुनरिया लाल लाल चूरा, लाल चुनरिया लाल लाल चूरा. लाल फूलों के सोहे हार भवानी, लाल फूलों के सोहे हार भवानी. प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी. ओ पल में भरती झोली खाली,
पल में भरती झोली खाली,
हो पल में भरती झोली खाली,
पल में भरती झोली खाली।
तेरी चरणों में गंगा की धार भवानी, चरणों में गंगा की धार
भवानी,
बड़ा प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार
भवानी,
बड़ा प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार
भवानी।
बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। Happy birthday again, Priya. Bhagwan blessings always. So come to the end of our service today. I know we went a little over, but Suraj is usually prompted to finish at 8. But you know me, I'm a little long-winded, so that happens sometimes. So thank you all for coming. A few people are here, and a lot of people are online as well tonight. Always thank you all very much for your love and support to the temple, and for always tuning in to comfort yourself at home in Satsangh. Our temple is open, remember, 8 a.m. to 12 noon, and 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have a break in the day because we have only one priest at the temple. So please come by anytime for darshan, and Sunday morning we have our Sunday service as well, and very safe and comfortable in the temple. If you're up at 5:30 in the morning, please join me for my morning sadhana. We go for 54 days until Shivratri. That completes our 54-day sadhana. Many people have joined and are joining now. They're doing their own thing, to a little meditation, whatever. I say, if you can give up something, a little sleep, a little time, whatever it is, you're giving something to the Lord to become someone better. So join us if you can. If you would like to sponsor one of the mornings puja, it's a minimum donation just to buy the flowers and the malas and thing, $35. You send that to the puja store, and they will supply the things for the morning. But please join and do something. We have our Spatik Lingam in the temple as well. Just a few are left, and we have lots of Rudraksh for you as well. Purchase one, and they ship it to you, I think, in anywhere in North America. So thank you all very much. Shivratri is coming up, almost here, just about a month away. I'm so excited. I can't wait, but we have to wait. We're going to have some different arrangements this year, but I'm looking forward. You know, last year it was 10 of us here celebrating Shivratri. It was close to the world, and I hope that does not happen this year. I'm looking forward to seeing you back here under safe conditions. It's going to be different, but nice. And I hope you can come out and spend the evening with us, the night with us. Other things are coming up. January 29th, remember, is our Panchadeva Puja. Everything is online. You can see the preparation online and everything, and get your puja items. And let us sit on January 29th, Saturday morning, and let us pray. Energize your house, your family. Let people sit with you, and let us be in prayer together. Then next one will be February 20th. And then we take it from there. बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। पंडित जी 2-3 थालियाँ लाइए ना। दो तीन थाल दो अच्छा। Everybody's invited for Aarti now. Please sanitize and so on before you come up. And यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे।
ॐ जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी तुमको निश दिन ध्यावत मैया जी को निश दिन ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी।
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। त्वमेव माताश्च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्यादर्विणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे नारायणाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। नीलाम्भुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं पाणो महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवकंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरणे त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते भयभ्योस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते। शरणागतदीनार्तपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्तिहरे देवी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियते हरिनिशं मया दासोऽयामति मां मत्वा क्षम्यस्य महेश्वरी। पापोऽहं पापकर्माहं पापात्मा पापसंभवा त्राहि मां पार्वतीनाथ सर्वपापहरो भव। आवाहनं न जानामि त्वर्चनं पूजा चैव न जानामि क्षम्यस्य परमेश्वर। मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं सुरेश्वर यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्ण तदस्तु मे। यदक्षपथभ्रष्टमात्राहीनं यद् भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव प्रसीद परमेश्वर। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया। बोलो जगदम्बे मात की जय, लक्ष्मी मैया की जय, सरस्वती मैया की जय, भवानी शंकर देव की जय। बोलिए राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान जी महाराज की जय, गणपति जी महाराज की जय, सत्यनारायण भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का नाश हो, प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो, विश्व का कल्याण हो, गौ माता की सेवा हो, धरती माता की जय हो, भारत माता की जय हो, सब संतों की जय, सब ब्राह्मणों की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। अपने अपने माता पिता की जय। बोले सो अभय सत्य सनातन धर्म की सदा ही जय। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा, गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ओम नमस्कारं समर्पयामि।